It's a great feeling waking up to Mortal Kombat news because that's what we possibly got for today. We could possibly know the entire Kameo fighter roster for Mortal Kombat 1, or at least an idea of what it looks like through Ed Boon. Before we get into today's video, I just want to let you guys know if you are enjoying the Mortal Kombat 1 content you're seeing on the channel and you're excited for the game, make sure you drop a big thumbs up on this video, show me your support, and also subscribe to the channel so you don't miss Mortal Kombat 1 content from me. And lastly, join the discussion, join my community, which is my Discord. The link is down below if you want to talk all things Mortal Kombat 1 or other games or anything that you would do in a community. Make sure to join. Remember, the link is down below. So this morning, Ed Boon went over on Twitter and replied to somebody by the name of UncannyCarlos, who made a mock-up roster for the Kameo fighter side, not the main fighter side, but the Kameo fighter side. And Ed Boon responded to this person, saying, "Carlos, it is uncanny how many of these you got right, winky face." Now, Ed Boon is being a little bit trolly here by using the word uncanny because his Twitter handle is called UncannyCarlos. But I think what Ed Boon is also trying to imply here is that he's just saying, like, it's strange how many of these you got right. So, which of these characters is Ed Boon saying that he got right? I went over here and said, Moloch gang, let's go, because I would be really excited for Moloch. By the way, go ahead and follow me on Twitter. I'm almost at 10,000 followers. Recently just got 9,000. It would be nice if I get 10,000. But anyways, let's take a look at this mock-up roster made by UncannyCarlos. He put Chameleon, Tremor, a regular Shadow Priest, NPC Shadow Priest, Motaro, Moloch, Draman, Suhao, Striker, Kung Lao, Devora, Sub-Zero, Scorpion, Sonya, Kano, Jax, Noob Saibot, Borai Cho, Shinnok, Goro, Mocap, Cassie Cage, Shao Kahn, Movado, and Farah. Now, if you are aware of the you guys are aware of some of the rumors, you guys would know the situation with Movado, Farah, Tremor, and Chameleon. So I'm not going to spoil anything, but you would know whether or not these are correct. So I'm going to focus a little bit more on the characters that we don't 100% know about. A Shadow Priest. Remember, Ed Boon did say that NPCs could be Kameo fighters. And one of the most famous NPCs, besides Blanche from MKX, is a Shadow Priest. Shadow Priests have always been super famous throughout Mortal Kombat as an NPC. And if it is the case that we could get NPCs as playable characters through cameos, again, the Shadow Priest makes total sense. It is just a shoo-in to include. So I would not be surprised if a Shadow Priest actually showed up. Now, Motaro, I talked about in my last video. I think Ed Boon did try to hint at Motaro when he was on the Brian Tong interview, when he said that, I cannot speak. When he said that characters that could not be possibly controlled as a main fighter will be Kameo fighters, that sounds a lot like Motaro. Now, he could totally 100% be talking about NPCs, and Motaro could be either not in or he could be a main fighter. But I think he was talking about Motaro there. And man, would it be really nice if we saw Motaro. I think I also went over in another video about an old Ed Boon reply that he made to somebody who was asking for Draman for Mortal Kombat 1. And he said, as a main fighter, not likely. And we know the difference between a main fighter and a Kameo fighter since Mortal Kombat 1 was revealed. And so maybe that means that we're going to be getting Draman as a Kameo fighter. I would 100% love that. And if Draman does a cameo, I hope to God Moloch is also a Kameo fighter. Moloch is an underrated sub-boss. I really would like to see him as a main fighter, but I have to be realistic and acknowledge that's never happening. But it's a different conversation when you have Kameo fighters, and he would work 100% well as a Kameo fighter. There's like almost no reason he shouldn't be. So I would really like to see Moloch and Draman. If Draman is in, I would love to see Moloch join him as well. Suhao, I can totally see them doing it for the memes because Kameo fighters are supposed to be super fun, super robust, and just bring life into Mortal Kombat. And so when you're having fun with the game, Suhao is part of that fun. So if you include Suhao as a Kameo fighter, you're just having fun. You're doing memes and stuff. Now, I think that Suhao ultimately could be a really nice fleshed out main character, But also, let's be real with ourselves, just like Moloch and Draman as well, Suhao's never going to come back. We just know that. So, yeah, I don't expect Moloch to come back, Suhao to come back as a main fighter, but as a cameo fighter, yeah, I can see it. I don't think he is correct on this one, so this is just an empty slot. We will have to see which character this actually ends up being, but I can actually see it. I can actually see Suhao being a cameo fighter. I wouldn't say it's likely, but I wouldn't be surprised. We already know Striker's confirmed. We already know Kung Lao's confirmed for a cameo fighter. Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Sonya, Kano, and Jax. D'Vorah, on the other hand, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't really know if she really fits this Mortal Kombat 1 aesthetic, and I really have a feeling that NetherRealm just wants to take a break from this character because of how polarizing she is. She just pisses off way too many people. I personally like D'Vorah. I think she is a really nice addition to the whole Mortal Kombat universe, but I can agree, let's just have a game where she's just not there taking up a slot in any capacity. So yeah, I wouldn't necessarily be bothered by it if she was a cameo fighter, but I don't know. Can we just take a break from D'Vorah, please? Noob Saibot, on the other hand, now, we now know that Bi-Han is going to be the main Sub-Zero. The Sub-Zero that we see here in Mortal Kombat 1 is Bi-Han. I'm not really sure if we're going to see Noob Saibot in this game. I think if they're going to include Noob Saibot, I think it would be a main fighter because Noob Saibot has a clone. And how are you going to integrate that clone as a cameo fighter? I think you would have to be a main fighter for that. We already have like a puppet character with Kenshi in this game. And so if we're going to have, it's not to say that Noob Saibot is a puppet character, but the general idea of having two characters and controlling two characters is within Noob Saibot. And I feel like that fits a main fighter more than a cameo fighter. So I don't think Noob Saibot's going to be in as a cameo fighter. If anything, he'll be DLC. And I think he'd be a perfect choice for DLC. So yeah, I don't think Noob is going to be in here, so this could be an empty slot. Suhao and Noob Saibot are empty slots. Shinnok, the same way. I feel like he's not, it just would feel really weird to see him be an assist for a character and only an assist. Now, he could be DLC, maybe, but, or a main fighter in the main roster, we have no idea, but Shinnok requires a specific kind of story and a specific type of game with a specific kind of setting. And this whole setting, this whole thing that Mortal Kombat 1 is looking to be, I don't think Shinnok fits this aesthetic. I don't think Shinnok fits the setting of Mortal Kombat, the story of Mortal Kombat, and it would be really weird to just see him as an assist. Like, that is not really a character Shinnok would fit as. So I don't think Shinnok is going to be a cameo fighter, but hey, any Shinnok is good Shinnok, at least if they do him well, of course. Boraicho, on the other hand, oof, that's a good one, because Boraicho totally fits the aesthetic of this game. It's weird to say how Shinnok doesn't fit in a Mortal Kombat game, but Boraicho does. It's a little bit weird how that fits, or how that works, but yeah, totally. Like, Boraicho definitely fits this kind of setting of Mortal Kombat with the story, the setting, all that kind of stuff, the atmosphere. Boraicho fits. He could be a main fighter. He could be a cameo. Will he be a cameo? I'm not sure. I'm not sure, actually. But it's a good choice. It's definitely a good choice. Mocap, on the other hand, remember how Ed Boon was talking about how cameo fighters are going to include a lot of obscure fighters, and then Ed Boon was always talking about Meat and Mocap. He was always including them in interviews when he was talking about cameo fighters. He might be trolling, but maybe he is implying that Mocap will be a cameo fighter. Meat and Mocap. Meat is not on here, but he was always mentioning Meat and Mocap when he was talking about cameo fighters. And, maybe Mocap is in. And honestly, I think that would be really exciting. I think it would be really freaking funny if we saw Mocap as a cameo fighter. Goro, we already know, is a cameo fighter in Mortal Kombat. We already saw him in the trailer. Shao Kahn, like Shinnok, Shao Kahn, I think, does fit the setting, but I don't know if he's the type of character to be an assist. Now, he could also be a main fighter as well. That's not to say that any of these fighters could not be main characters, but for Shao Kahn to be a cameo fighter, I don't know. It just doesn't really fit Shao Kahn in his character. I think there's way too much going for him as a character for him to be reduced to a assist type character. Don't know if that's really likely. Cassie Cage, on the other hand, I think is a good possibility because Ed Boon already did confirm that the Combat Kids will not be a part of the Mortal Kombat 1 story mode because they are not born yet, but he did open up the possibility of them being cameo fighters. He was very, very vague with his wording, but he did bring up that possibility. So Cassie Cage being a cameo fighter is totally 100% in the possibility. And like I said, guys, if you guys are in the know about Movado and Farah, you guys would probably know the deal right there. Not going to spoil anything, not going to confirm or deny, but you already know. Not really worth the discussion. I'll just leave it there. But anyways, yeah, so we possibly know almost all of the cameo fighter roster in Mortal Kombat 1. Which one do you guys think he got right? Which one do you guys think he got wrong? Let me know in the comments below. This whole discussion is really exciting, so I'm just excited for this game. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a big thumbs up and subscribe for all things Mortal Kombat. I will see you all in the next video.